Hey Pixel Peak fans, this is Tanner Mazzell. I'm the lead producer of Pixel Peak, and since all this quarantine and coronavirus stuff started going down, a lot more people have had a lot more time to play video games, including people on the Pixel Peak crew. So we thought it would be fun to put together a lighthearted, edited video collection for you to take place for this week's episode. So without further ado, we hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name's Elise, and I think like a lot of you over quarantine, I've been playing Animal Crossing. I've actually never played an Animal Crossing game before New Horizons, so here's my first impressions as a series solely coming from New Horizons. I knew absolutely nothing about the game going into it. Like nothing. One of the first things I said to one of my friends is that I went and talked to Tom Nook, and it was too bad I couldn't afford a house, and I was stuck in a tent. And he looked at me and said, "You do realize that half the point of Animal Crossing is you can't afford anything that Tom Nook offers." So I got a house, and I was immediately in massive debt and realized, oh no, bells are really important in this game. So my next priority was how to get bells. So my first idea on how to get bells was to go fishing. And I got a lot of fish, mostly sea bass.
No, it's at least a C+.
Then I found out where the bells really came from, and that was tarantulas. Tarantulas are these aggressive little spiders that come out past 7. And if you're holding your net up, they will gun it for you. And if you're like me, and you're really, 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 really bad at Animal Crossing, it might take you a while to catch them. But if you're also very lucky, you can find or make something called the Tarantula Island. And then you catch a whole lot of them and shove it in Tom Nook's face when you get to pay back your debt. So I thought about all these bells I had been getting, and I decided to work on my island a little bit more to make it look a little bit better. And I decided that at some point my friend should come to see my sweet crib. The Pixel Peak team had a cool little hangout at my island. Here's me and Ruby and Tanner. I think my favorite thing about the game is the level of customization you can get. I spend so much time in the Evil Sisters shop. I love buying clothes. I love the custom designs function. I spend so much time making dresses and shirts and clothes that look like the stuff that I wear in real life because it's addicting and so much fun. I love the face paint feature too, where you can make freckles or blush or eyebrows. I put hearts on mine. I think it's another extra step in just making it look a little bit more like you in-game. Important skills I've learned. Learning how to communicate with my friends solely through Ocarina. Becoming really tight with cool animals. Fashion. Catching tarantulas. Knowing exactly what fish I'm going to catch from the shadow it casts in the water. All in all, with Animal Crossing New Horizons as my first Animal Crossing game, I love it. I love every character. I love all the villagers on my island. I love playing it constantly. I love playing it with my friends. But yeah, that's my thoughts. My first impressions on Animal Crossing.
So this is what I've been doing. I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena. It's pretty fun. It's basically Magic the Gathering, just online and free to play. So I've just been playing standard. I'm playing this deck called Rakdos Aristocrats, which is pretty cool. It utilizes a lot of sacrifice effects, and it gives you extra bonuses for doing so. Like, this card deals 1 damage whenever you sacrifice a permanent. This lets you sacrifice 2 creatures to make your opponent sacrifice a creature, lose 2 life, and you get to draw a card and get 2 mana. So the point of this deck is you're super versatile because you have these extra resources from sacrificing things. Normally in Magic, you just have your cards and your mana as resources, but now our creatures are more like expendable as resources. So it really gives us that bonus there, and it utilizes other zones better, such as the graveyard. Like, what this thing does, this card, Crocs of Titans of Deathhunger, is when you play it, it goes to the graveyard first. But the way escape works is that you exile cards from your graveyard to play it again. So to get to that part faster, we play cards like Temeric Calls the Dead and Mire Triton. That fills up our graveyard. So we can play this consistently on like turn 4. And this is just a huge creature that makes our opponent discards a card whenever it attacks. So it's pretty good. Maybe just a little bit. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck called Claim the Firstborn. Basically says, take your opponent's stuff, but it's only until the end of the turn, so that's like the stipulation. But the thing is, we're sacrificing stuff, so we can just take our opponent's creature, then like sacrifice it to this card and make a food token. So it's pretty cool. And let's play a couple games. This hand seems fine. We don't really get a turn on play because no matter which lands we play, it'll just come in tapped. So wait till next turn to play Mire Triton. So I'll get a swamp with this. And then this will come untapped because we have a swamp. Oh, I'd rather play this in Witch's Oven. So what's cool about Cauldron's Familiar and Witch's Oven is that the way Witch's Oven works is that you can sacrifice a creature to it and make a food token. And then this, you get to sacrifice a food token and put it back onto the battlefield. So what you can do, you can sacrifice this to the oven, make a token. Then you get to bring it back and deal more damage because when this comes in, each opponent will lose 1 life and you'll gain 1 life. So it's pretty good for stalling in the game and getting in some progress. Because this deck is pretty good at playing the long game. Cool. Didn't get a land, but that's cool. We still have our card to play. Yep. I'll sacrifice this again. I'm going to hold off on bringing it back because if opponent has a way to kill this, then we have to wait until another creature to sacrifice into Witch's Oven, which I don't want to sacrifice this right now. So I'm just going to hold this back in the graveyard because I can bring it back at instant speed. So it's super handy because you can just bring it back in at instant speed for like a quick block. So it's super useful. Alright, that's cool. The creature got countered. We'll just keep this on the back burner. Can't wait to get down this because whenever we sacrifice a permanent, we get to deal 1 damage to any target. And doing this loop sacrifices 2 permanents because you sacrifice the food to bring it back. Then you sacrifice the cat to the oven. So that's 2 damage. Plus the cat deals more damage when it comes in. It's so much value. Unfortunately, we didn't draw the red mana we need. So we're just going to attack with this. And it dies. Cool. Just play one of these and pass the turn. See what opponent has. This seems to be the Temur Wilderness Reclamation deck, which runs red, blue, and green cards, and this card that says they get to untap all their lands at the end of their turn. So they play a bunch of instant speed cards to maximize their mana, because they basically have double the mana, just they have half of it during their turn and half of it during my turn. So it's like, it's a pretty good card. Doubling the amount of mana you have is pretty good. So they're going to do something on their turn, on their end step, because they will untap during their end step. So they get a float for all this mana, and then resolve this ability, and then they get to tap them again for more mana. And do and play some big spells. Oh. Okay. Oh, they're still holding priority. What else could they play? Because they're sacrificing Blast Zone with 1 counter, that'll kill my Witch's Oven. So I'm going to want to play the cat now and sacrifice it. Cool. So I don't get to do the loop anymore after this turn because I will lose the oven. And then sacrifice this. Look for a land. Land's great. It's both red mana and our 4th land, so we can play Rankle. Rankle is a super good card. Yep. I'm gonna replay the cat here. The graveyard. Right, here's your land. Just pay 2 life for it untapped, and then we get this card. Rankle's super good because whenever he deals damage, you get to pick up to 3 of these. So you can basically do whatever you want. I'm going to pick each player discards a card and each player loses life and draw a card. Because I want my opponent to lose some life total. And then plus discarding Woe Strider doesn't really matter too much to me because I can just escape it from the graveyard later. Or whatever card they discard, it's just gone because they don't have that same versatility. Right, let's see what they get here. Another Wilderness Reclamation. That means they get to untap their lands twice. So what they can do, waiting for this ability to resolve, they can tap all their mana and do something, and then untap their lands again. And then tap more mana to do stuff. So it looks like they're looking for cards to deal with Rankle. Because Rankle is super good. Okay, drew a land. That's cool. I'm just gonna attack for a good amount of damage. Okay, so I'm gonna have them lose 1 life and pick the discard a card. Because then I can play the cat I drew earlier and it'll deal the last point of damage I need. And that's the game. This is pretty much what I've been doing. This game's pretty fun. I say Magic is my favorite game. I played a lot in paper. But given the circumstances, I just play online because I can. And it's a ton of fun. Anyway, thanks.
Since quarantine started, I've been playing a lot of Devil May Cry 5, which is an action game published by Capcom in March of last year. More specifically, I've been spending quarantine trying to perfect the final boss, which is Virgil, the brother of the main protagonist of the game, Dante. What makes this boss fight really interesting is the variety of attacks and how they're all timed. With Virgil, there's more attacks than any other boss in the game, and all of them are fairly complex, but they all have rhythm to them. And for example, some attacks go 1, 2, some attacks go 1, 2, 3, 4, and anything in between. Once you figure out all of the tells and the rhythms for all of Virgil's attacks, this boss fight becomes a little bit easier, but mostly more satisfying, because the main way that you would defeat Virgil is with the Royal Guard style. This is the style for blocks and counter attacks in Devil May Cry 5, and you press it by just timing your attacks to Virgil's attacks. So when he slices his sword, you press the button and you'll block it. The best way to start this boss fight is with the Royal Block, which happens when you block an attack as it comes out from Virgil. Not only does this play a really satisfying animation and sound effect, but it also stores more energy into your Royal Guard meter, which you can unleash later in counterattacks. And the best counterattack to do is in the same vein as the Royal Block. It's called the Royal Revenge, which is when you hold the analog stick toward the enemy as you block instead of just leaving it stationary. When you do this, you have the potential to unleash mass amounts of damage. I've seen bosses lose a third to half of their health because of this move if it's fully charged up. I wanted to perfect this boss battle because when you take no damage in a stage in Devil May Cry 5, you get double the amount of style points. And getting the high score in a game is still really satisfying for me. So over quarantine, I was able to successfully get no damage on the Son of Sparta difficulty or hard difficulty mode on the Virgil boss fight. And boy, let me tell you, it was one of the most satisfying points in my time playing video games. I will probably continue to play Devil May Cry 5 until my next favorite game comes along, and for the rest of quarantine probably. So I hope you enjoyed this little analysis on my favorite game and my favorite boss fight of all time.
So today we're going to be unboxing the Persona 5 Royal Phantom Thieves Edition. Now, as you can see here, it comes with a little mask similar to that of Joker. It's got a steelbook, soundtrack, art book, collector's box, and it even includes a dynamic PS4 theme. So let's go ahead and crack into it. I'm having to do this one-handed today. That's the plastic off of it. And already, I am loving the box art. Now let's see here. Seems to have come off like so. Lifts up. Aha. So there's our steelbook edition of the game. Perfect. It's got Joker right there. And it's got the rest of the cast on the back. We have the Persona 5 Royal soundtrack. This is a real big bargain right here, because let's be honest, Persona 5, fantastic music. Now we pull up from this tab right here, I believe. And that pulls that up to reveal the art book for Royal. So we've got the protagonist, aka Joker. So I think they've redesigned, they've redesigned a few of the, looks like we redesigned all the Personas. Because Makoto's used to be just a regular standard gray motorbike, but now that looks amazing. Futaba, your boy Goro, and there we are, Kasumi, the brand new character. Then there's the good old promotional art that I believe was actually covering the box itself. Yep. There's the art from the steelbook, as is that as well. That's the backside. And it looks like some cards. And work about the authors. So that's really cool. I like that. That's going with the Metal Gear stuff. That's good. Take out the tissue paper. Aha! And there we are. Let's open this bad boy up and see what we got to work with. If I flip the tabs out. Doing this one-handed is not easy. Oh, yes. That's the stand, I'm assuming. But this. Now this. This is a thing of beauty. So let's go ahead and put the stand together. And I can put that next to the Halo Reach and the Batman Arkham stuff. Maybe. Maybe not. Interesting. Well, that's just how we're going to set it up for now. And that's pretty much exactly what's in it. I think it was pretty good. I mean, honestly, again, Soundtrack alone, worth it for me, because Shoji Meguro, kick butt songs.
Hello, I'm Jake Smith. I'm the director of the Where You Should Be movie. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy due to the coronavirus. Because of the coronavirus, AbTV staff have to work from home. So I wanted to make a little video to make you feel not so lonely, because I know it gets kind of lonely sitting at home all the time. So today, I'm just going to be playing one of my favorite games, Overwatch. I'm not good at it, so don't get your hopes up, but it should be a fun time. So let's jump right into it.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Alright, now we're defending on Hanamura. I don't like this map a whole lot. It's better than some. I like the Well, Ilios the Well, a lot more. I like King's Row because it's good for swinging. But Hanamura is not my favorite. But we'll take it, you know. I mean, why not? Yeah, this game has been out for a while, and Blizzard's always been good about doing updates and, you know, modernizing their stuff. But I don't know, it's something about the art style and the teamwork that makes me love this. When I play this game, I can jump in it even if I haven't played in weeks and still feel like I'm contributing to my team, that I'm making a difference. In other games, you just don't get that.
5, 4,
Plus, the game looks gorgeous. Still.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend
Look at me.
objective A.
Sneaking around. Dip, dip, dip. I'm out. Oh wow, yeah. That diva shut me down. I had a good time messing around in their backline, but oh no. I don't know if we'll have any... That Genji's got to try to stay alive around this Roadhog to keep the points here. I'm going to go with this Lucio. Again, like Lucio here, I'm fast. I'm probably the fastest character beside Lucio. Nope, stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Spin! Spin like the wind! I thought I got a good boop off one of them, but apparently I didn't. That Genji's got to do some... Oh, Genji's up. They're going to take that point. It's 2 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. Jeez. Versus our 2. We're going to have to try to get over there fast. Oh, we got somebody. Jeez. We only have... I have the gold. They don't tell you how many points or kills every person has because Blizzard really tried to make it feel fair and such. Dang it!
My blade is ready to be unleashed.
Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! I didn't like any of that. I don't like that at all either. See? Oh, goodness. You just shot me right in the face. I think we got something. 2 minutes. If we don't spread out and we don't get overwhelmed in one point. Get some health. Recharged. I'm back. Alright. I didn't want that Roadhog coming back. Alright, we got a minute 14. Oh no, I missed. Oh gosh, that might have been a grave mistake. Oh gosh. Yes! Alright. We were able to take the win on that one too. It didn't look like it was going to go super great once we started. Once we lost the first point. But our Hanzo right here was able to really push and keep his ultimates charged. Oh, this Hanzo was. Our Hanzo was very good. He was able to send in ultimate after ultimate, and it was fantastic. He was doing a great job. This Hanzo did also fantastic. Me and him were basically fighting the whole time. But our Reinhardt blocked a solid amount of damage. He was very good. But yes, this has been Overwatch. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had some fun in watching it. I know FTV programming is a bit different right now. It's not what you're used to. But I hope that you can get some kind of entertainment, some kind of company during this time. This is a very strange time we're all living in. I'm not used to being home right now. 2 weeks ago, we were working on the movie. We were on set with all my friends, and it was great. This is not how me and my cohort plan to spend our senior year, our last semester, but this is what we're going to do. This is what we got to do to protect other people. So, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please watch our regular FTV shows on YouTube. Show some support. Watch FTV on Instagram. Watch FTV on YouTube and FTV. Watch FTV.com. But go show everybody some support, because right now the students that work at this are trying to make something happen at home. So please give them a look.
Arriving at Watchpoint.